What's up, Lucky Gamers? It's Lucky Lux. Today we're going to be talking about the new limited character that came out of nowhere from the 2.2 live stream, Anjo Nala. She is a succubus. She's a beast character. So I have the translations here. We were quick to get them out. Let's talk about it because honestly, one, this came out of nowhere, and a lot of us literally don't have the pulls for this. A lot a lot of us cannot afford to pull another character like this. But all right, so we have Anjanala. So her insight, let's go over insight first. At the start of battle, choose one ally to form a vow with. So this is what they call a contract in the stream. Different kinds of vows will be formed, and then Anjanala and the vow will increase their stats based on each other's stats. Okay, so Spirit and Intelligence, Soul and Flesh increase a certain percentage of attack and max HP. Beast and Plant characters do a buff called Form and Shadow, increase a certain percentage of crit damage and reality defense. And then Mineral and Star characters do Bones and Blood, and they increase a certain percentage of crit rate and mental defense. I2, when entering battle, increase crit damage. And then I3, after the vow, actively uses an incantation. If Anjo Nala is under praising, decrease duration of praising, and depending on the vow, trigger extra effects. So depending on the contract that you have, you will get an extra effect. And so Soul and Flesh, Anjo Nala releases a scrumptious meal on the enemy with the lowest HP, which seems like a follow-up. Form and Shadow, which is going to be the Beast Plant one. Anjo Nala receives extra Moxie, so that seems really, really good. And then Bones and Blood, if you're with the Mineral and Star character, Anjo Nala releases an Angel's Invitation, which is her, seems like her old. No, it seems like her third ability, her follow-up. Okay, she has an S3, so she has something similar to Lucy. I just figured out what this character is too, so I apologize. So skill 1, a Scrumptious Meal. Single mental damage and inflicts enamored on the target. Enamored decreases damage dealt. After a certain number of stacks, changes to Charmed, which when the enemy is charmed, they cannot act, decreases attack, and then Anjo Nala increases the same number of attack. If Anjo Nala is under praising, decreased duration of praising, depending on the amount of negative statuses, further increases damage. So she wants the enemies to be hit with a poison or a burn or a very specific debuff. Her S2, Twin Phantom, is a self-chant, enters praising. And then when chant ends, releases an Angel's Invitation. If Anjo Nala is already in praising, decrease duration of praising. So you want her chant to end. That way she will release her S3, which her S3, after inflicting enamored to all enemies, deals mental damage to all. When released at the end of praising, inflicts charmed instead and deals extra mental damage. And then her ult is a self-chant. Anjo Nala and the Vowed both enter chant. Under this chant, at the start of the next turn, deduct a percentage of current HP, then release the ultimate of Vowed and Anjo Nala one by one after inflicting all enemies with the random negative status. Deals mental damage to all, depending on the amount of negative status, further increased damage. Okay, this is all a lot. I completely understand. So, first off, what we're looking at is the character is able to form a contract with one character. Now, this one character most likely is going to be your DPS, and depending on the afflatus of that character is the type of contract that you're going to have, right? So, with Beast and Plant characters, they'll be able to get a crit one, and then with Mineral, you'll be able to get Mineral and Star, you'll be able to get a crit rate, and then Spirit and Intelligence, you just get like HP and attack. So the stats from the contract kind of seem a little like odd for me because plant characters aren't really using crit damage unless you're forcing to use Vila. And then star characters I feel like would rather want crit damage because they already have a lot of crit rate. So I feel like they should have like maybe swapped those because I feel like Beast and Plant really need crit rate. But anyways, right? It seems like she's a limited support that also can do damage, which I think this is a way that way she doesn't conflict with Lucy. all the way where you can actually use both of them together, and you can use her with all of the other limited characters and other DPS, right? So she has a place with many characters, many teams, even though she's beast, right? Her charmed effect is interesting. It decreases attack, so it allows a little bit of survivability for the team. And then her S3, she's wanting to put a lot of debuffs on the team with like inflicting her charmed, and then her ult putting random negative statuses, and then she's able to get extra moxie. There's a lot going on, but it mainly seems like you're still doing a hyper carry type of focus, like you're focusing on one person. So if you have your Vila's buffing up your one DPS that is tied to Anjo Nala, and then Anjo Nala is buffing that person up. Now, I do know that you cannot gain Moxie when you are in a contract with Anjo Nala, and so your ult depends on Anjo Nala being able to ult, because both of you will release your ult at the same time, which seems really crazy also. And I think her ult happens, and then the Vowed ult happens. Really crazy character from what it seems like, getting extra stats. Obviously, those who are wanting to portray, she's going to probably have some crazy portrays. The only thing I am worried about is the fact that this character is coming so soon, and it seems like we might be getting 3 limiteds a year, and I don't know how I feel about that, just being a content creator. As a player, it's really exciting because I get the characters, but as a content creator, it's not that great because it puts the game in a strain where now you're only pulling unlimited characters, basically, which that's a whole nother video to talk about. But yeah, this is Anjo Nala's kit, and as soon as I get more information, I'll put that out for you guys. But she looks pretty crazy, just as a support. She looks like she's able to do a lot, add extra damage. Yeah, I already said that we have too many supports, and they put out a limited support, and she looks pretty wild. But anyways, guys, if you have any comments about Anjo Nala, please let me know down in the comment section. Let me know if you think you'll be having enough pulls, because it seems like you're skipping 2.0 and 2.1 to be able to pull on 2.2. But anyways, I'm Lucky Lux. You Lucky Gamers. Have a good one. Lucky Lux out.